What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Paul's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're going to do another rendition of What If Wednesday. We're taking Pokemon modified a little bit and see how much better it can do in a playthrough of Pokemon Blue. The Pokemon we're playing through today is Moltres. Now, we played through Moltres a couple months ago, back in May, and we got a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 38 seconds. We had 6 resets, and we finished the game at level 63. There's some things about this Pokemon that didn't go so well. Let's go and look at the stats real quick, and then we'll go over what we're changing. Moltres is known as a flame Pokemon. It is a legendary, so its stats are very good. HP is 90, attack is 100, defense is 90, special is 125, and speed is 90. What we're modifying with this Pokemon is its level up moveset. We start the game with Peck and Fire Spin. Fire Spin is a garbage move. It is 15 base power, it's like 22 with stab, 70% accurate with 15 power points. We are modifying this Pokemon and giving it Flamethrower. Now I want to correct something here. When I was looking this up online, I came across this on bubblepedia.bubblegarden.net. It says that Flamethrower is a 90 base power move. It's actually 95 base power in Generation 1. So keep that in mind. So when I found this is what it is now, but back in Gen 1 it was a 95 base power move. It's 100% accurate in 15 power points, so that didn't change. But it's just a much more powerful move. So we're playing through with Moltres, a legendary Pokemon with a legit legendary move. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the actual playthrough of this Pokemon. We are facing our rival first, as per tradition. Our rival's name is Sub. We gave Sub a Squirtle because we're a fire type. And we named our Pokemon KFC, which stands for Kanto Fried Chicken. And we're going to do a combination of Flamethrower and 2 packs, knock out the Squirtle, super easy, barely inconvenience, and move right into our second battle, which is not super easy and, an inconvenience, really. Because this battle is a little bit harder than I anticipated. So Pidgey, I thought would go down to 1 Flamethrower, but it doesn't. It goes down to 2, which means it can hit us twice. It's outspeeding us, so we get the knockout, but now Squirtle comes out, and Squirtle is the only starter that actually gets a stab move in the second battle. So if he just keeps going for Bubble, we get down to 3 health. If he doesn't go for Tail Whip there, we will lose that battle, but we get a little bit of luck. We'll take the luck when we can get it, and we're going to move right onto the Bug Forest. And again, not luck, it's just how this Pokemon is designed. We have Peck, which is stab against all the Bug Pokemon, and Flamethrower, which is stab as well. So either one of those will pretty much knock out most Pokemon we come across in the Bug Forest. Now, a couple things about this Pokemon. Like I said, we're Fire Flying, and we're also in the slow level 3. That means we're going to take a lot longer to get levels, and that is actually one of the big problems that I have in this playthrough, is I didn't consider the level cap. I didn't go look at my previous playthrough and see what level I had to be at to beat the game. I just didn't do that. That was negligence on my part, and it comes back to bite me in the butt. But we knock out this final bug catcher and his Pokemon, and we're going to move right into the Million Light Years battle in Brock's gym. He's going to come out with a Diglett. We're going to go for Flamethrower on the Diglett. Is it a one-shot? It is. Very good. Flamethrower on the Sandshrew is also a one-shot. So we are close to full health, so we're going to go right into our battle against Brock. Wakanda Forever, just under 3 minutes when we enter this battle. Flamethrower will two-shot the Geodude. Even though he's resisted, two-shot the Geodude. They don't have good specials, which is why I was very confident that this battle would go pretty well no matter what. We get a pretty easy win over Brock. Super easy, barely inconvenience. Wakanda Forever. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but he's not wearing a shirt in that picture. So now we go ahead and face the Super Duper Nerd in Mount Moon. Mount Moon didn't really give us anything other than a Rare Candy and an Ether. So we're going to two-shot the Grimer. We're going to one-shot the Voltorb. Is Coughing a one-shot? It is a one-shot. Very good. We win and we beat the Super Duper Nerd. Take the Dome Fossil. All hail the Dome Fossil. I know, but I didn't tell you you're going to ask. Actually, I think we go ahead and ask. Comments are great for the YouTube algorithm. Now we're on to rival number 3. Rival number 3, Flamethrower on the Pidgeotto. It is a one-shot. Very good. Abra comes out. Peck is a one-shot on the Abra. Is very frail with physical moves. Has a good special, so it probably would have survived a Flamethrower. Peck two-shots the Eradicate. And now Flamethrower and Peck two-shot the Squirtle. So we beat our rival. And that leads us right into our battle against our 4th rival. We're really doing a lot of rival battles back-to-back here. And this is on the SSN, so Flamethrower is a one-shot again. Knock out the Pidgeotto. There is a glitch on the right side. I don't know why it's showing Ponyta and another Pidgey, but we one-shot the Kadabra, and then we one-shot the Eradicate, and then we 3-shot these War Turtles. So we get the knockout, get the win over our rival. That leads us right into our battle against Misty. Now, Misty is the Water Gym leader, so I try to put this battle off as long as I humanly possibly could, but we have to face her eventually to progress through the game. Flamethrower does one-shot the Staryu, and Flamethrower does not one-shot the Starmie. However, we do burn it, and it does a critical. So we get a 2-hit knockout and get a pretty easy win over Misty. I did not anticipate it being that easy, but I'll take the win as we can get it, because trust me, the first time I played through with this Pokemon, it was very problematic. Flamethrower one-shots the first Geodude against Boomer the Hiker, Flamethrower knocks out the second one, and Flamethrower knocks out the third one. So we're getting a pretty easy win over battles that were usually problematic for us. And because we were electric type and we had to backtrack to Misty, we skipped over Surge, but now we're backtracking and getting Surge done. Surge comes out with a Voltorb. We are level 29. We should. I'm pretty sure we're gonna one-shot everything here. One shot on the Pikachu, and one shot on the Raichu. So we're at 18 minutes, and we got 3 of our gym badges done. And now we're going right into our 4th gym badge, which is against Erica. Erica is the grass gym leader, and she's going to lead out with a victory bell. Now, this should be easily a one-shot across the board. I don't even think we're going to have any issues at all. Critical hit did not matter there. I'm pretty confident in that. Flamethrower knocks out the Tangela, and Flamethrower is going to knock out the Vileplume. Very good. We are flying through this game. This is nothing like it was in the first playthrough. First playthrough, very problematic because of how long it takes to knock things out with Fire Spin and how every battle can just fall off the rails very quickly. And this leads us right into Giovanni. Giovanni number 1, Flamethrower one-shots the Onix. Flamethrower one-shots the Rhyhorn. Here's the thing about, like, this Pokemon. And Fire Pokemon can blunt force away through some problems. This Pokemon is definitely doing that right now. It's blunt forcing its way through a lot of its problems. Like, we're resisted by Rock. Like, Rock resists our moves, and we're just obliterating Rock and Ground Pokemon. That leads us right into our 5th rival in Pokemon Tower. Pidgeotto comes out. We're going to go for a Flamethrower on the Pidgeotto. It's a one-shot, very good. Critical hit, don't think it mattered, but we get the knockout. Critical hit on the Growlithe. Critical hit, oh no, not a critical hit on Execute, but a knockout nonetheless. Kadabra goes down to 1 hit, and we're going to go Flamethrower. It's going to be a 2-shot on the Wartortle. Get the win over our rival, and we'll progress right on to Koga's Gym. One thing I will say about Fire-type Pokemon is they kind of have an ability to blunt force their way through some problems. But to be able to do that, you have to have access to your move that can blunt force your way through the problems. So in this battle right here, we get God. Koga gets us. It's really frustrating. We have Flamethrower. It's a very powerful move. We did the whole playthrough just for this move to work. And this Pokemon knocks out the Coughing, but Muck comes out and disables Muck. You realize how crazy this is. That we got it disabled, because it's a 1 in 4 chance to pick any one of our moves and disable it. 2, disables not the high accuracy. 3, the fact that it lasts as many turns as it does really costs us this battle. If it was only like 1 or 2 turns, it'd probably be okay. We did get poisoned, and if we wouldn't gone for Fly there, we probably would have done more because we wouldn't have had as much. It's just really frustrating that the odds of it disabling the right move and it lasting as long as it does are very low, but it is what it is, and we get our first reset. So we're going to try this battle again. So let's see what happens in this battle when we don't have that, and we can just blunt force our way through the entire battle. Flamethrower knocks out the Coughing. Muck comes out. Flamethrower is a 2-shot. You do not get disabled this time. Ha! You suck, Muck. Your name backwards is disgusting, by the way. And then Flamethrower is a 2-shot on the Weezing. The Coughing was a 1-shot. We beat Koga. He's super easy, barely inconvenience when we don't get our best move disabled. And that leads us right into Silph Co. We're going to face our 6th rival battle. Rival's going to come out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot has Sand Attack, so we want to knock this thing out as quickly as humanly possible. But he's not going to go for Sand Attack. He's going to go for, actually, he misses Sand Attack, gets burnt, and we knock it out. Very good. Growlithe comes out. Growlithe will be a 1-shot. We'll see. Fly ends up being, it looks like a 2-shot to me. Yep. And Swift knocks it out. Very good. Execute comes out. Flamethrower on the Execute. Alakazam comes out. Is Alakazam a 1-shot? It is a 2-shot with Flamethrower. Well, it's a 3 because he heals. We get hit by Confusion. Not a big deal. And then Blastoise comes out. Now, we probably could have gone for something better than what we did. Double Edge would have been better. Actually, Flamethrower wouldn't have been horrible because Blastoise does not have as high a defense. However, we did get the knockout nonetheless, beat him, and that leads us right into Giovanni number 2. Giovanni number 2 is not going to be that much of a problem, even though he does kind of resist our stuff because it's ground and rock type. We are still going to blunt force our way through it. Nidorino goes down with 1 Flamethrower. So does KangaskDan. Does Rhyhorn go down? He does not. However, Guard Spec means we win, and we're going to 2-shot the Nido Queen. Giovanni number 2 is Giovanni number done, and we're going to move right on to battle, next gym battle, I should say, which is against Sabrina. Sabrina and her whip, and I just thought I'd show you the entire path that we have to go there to avoid all the battles in her gym. And we're not full health, but it's okay. And we're going to face Sabrina and her whip. Kadabra comes out. We're going to go for Fly on the Kadabra. It's a 1-shot, very good. We're going to go for Fly on the Mr. Mime. It's a critical. Don't know if that mattered or not. Flamethrower on the Venomoth, and that leaves us with 1 Pokemon left, which is Alakazam. And Double Edge 1-shots. Don't know if the critical hit mattered. I don't think it did. Alakazam's pretty frail when it comes to physical moves. And that leads us right into our second to last gym leader, our penultimate gym leader, which I've never used that word before on my channel, but a lot of the YouTubers I like use it. So I decided to use it. Shout out to Squidgy, and I think Scott says it all the time as well. And now we're facing Blaine. Blaine's we knock out the first 2 Pokemon. Rapidash comes out, Double Edge, seems to be a 2-shot. It's going to knock it out very good. It did up our attack stat by lowering our defense, but we're going to go for Double Edge again. Takedown does a decent amount of damage. What we're going to do here? Fly. Do we get the knockout? Yes, we do. Very good. Possibility of losing there if we don't go for Fly, but we get the win over Blaine, and that leads us to our final gym leader, which is Giovanni. Giovanni number 3. He's going to come out, and he's going to bring out a Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn to go down to 2 Flamethrowers. Very good. Dugtrio comes out. Dugtrio go down to 1 Flamethrower. Very good. Nidoqueen comes out. Looks like it's going to be a 2-shot. Very good. Like I said, we're just blunt forcing our way through the problem. We are taking a little bit of damage back, but not a lot. Tackle from the Nidoking. That is a horrible move to have this late in the game, by the way, Giovanni. Just tackle. Rhydon is a 3-shot, and that is a pretty easy win over Giovanni. And that leads us right into our next battle, which is against our rival. Our rival on the way to Victory Road, rival number 7, and he's going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot's going to come out, and we're going to mimic Agility. Mimicking Agility gives us the ability to badge boost. And so, we're going to up our speed, which isn't important in this battle, but we're going to get our speed stat, our other stats going to be modified as well. So, our attack stat's 209 right now, and our special is 246. Which means Flamethrower will 1-shot the Pidgeot, it'll 1-shot the Rhyhorn. Critical hit, don't know if that mattered. We go for Fly on the Growlithe, it's a 1-shot, very good. Flamethrower on the Execute. We probably just stuck with Flamethrower on this next one. But, yep, we did. A critical hit stopped it from being a 1-shot, so that's what caused that one to not be a win. And now, we don't have a great move here for Blastoise, so we're going to go for Fly, and he knocks us out with Hydro Pump. So that wasn't fun. So we're going to try this battle one more time, and hopefully we just get better RNG. So we're going to go for Agility one more time. 1 Agility, 2 Agilities, 3 Agilities, and that gets our stats nice and boosted. And Flamethrower does not 1-shot, and we have low health going. We're below half health already, and we're not even into, we have 4 Pokemon left at this point. Fly on the Growlithe, very good. What we need to do is we need to get through Alakazam without taking any damage. I think that's what we got to do. So Fly is going to 1-shot Alakazam, very good. Fly, how much is it going to do? He just went for withdrawal, so that minimize the damage that we can do. Flamethrower, Hydro Pump knocks that again. So there's 2 resets on arrival number 7, and we're going to try for a 3rd attempt. I think this is the one where we actually get the win. We're going to mimic Agility again. So Agility 1, 2, and 3, full setup, and we're going to go ahead and try to sweep again. We substituted out Hyper Beam for, we got rid of Double Edge and we added Hyper Beam, so that's going to give us a little more oomph, I feel, for the Blastoise. At least that's what the hope is. And we're going to knock out the Execute, we're going to knock out the Alakazam, and now we're going to 2-shot the Blastoise, get the win over our rival, and we're going to go head on to the Elite Four. Now that we're at the Elite Four, we're going to go ahead and head in and face Lorelei, but first I want to go over something really quick. First is stats. Attack is 158, defense is 147, speed is 147, and special is 185. On the bottom left corner, you can see the modifications of the stats. Attack's 177, defense is 165, speed is 165, and special is 208. So across the board, stats are pretty solid. And then we look at our moveset, we have Flamethrower, Hyper Beam, Agility, and Fly. The really only thing we can add is Rest, and we can also add Fire Blast. So this Pokemon has a couple of things that we did before the Elite Four. Before we got into Elite Four, we gave all of our Arcanies to get to level 55. The reason why is level 55 gives us Agility, which gave us the ability to badge boost. And that's why I wanted this going into the Elite Four. However, we had one rare candy that we did not get in this game that we had to circle back and get, and I'll explain when we did that. And that is the one at the power plant. So you can get 12 rare candies throughout the course of the game, but one that we did not get is the one at the power plant, and I have to circle back and get it, and you'll see why here in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and face Lorelei. We're going to save right there. Lorelei is going to come out with a Dugong Gong Gong. Now, we're kind of like neutral with Dugong, because we are electric, we are fire type, but we're also flying, so it is what it is. He can go for ice moves, and we don't exactly resist ice moves, but we get fully set up, we get the knockout over Dugong. Cloyster comes out, Cloyster has low special, we get the knockout there. Flamethrower on the Slowbro doesn't do anything to us, it tickles us. That leads us right to the Jinx. Jinx is a one-shot with Flamethrower. Is Lapras a one-shot as well? It is a one-shot, so pretty good, pretty easy win over Lorelei, and it moves us right into our next battle. Now here's the problem that we have. by using all of our rare candies, I can give a rare candy here to make it so we don't level up in battle. So we could have set up here and blunt force our way through this entire battle. We didn't need to, but it does come back to haunt us here in the next couple battles. So we get the knockout over Onix, get the knockout over Machamp. Oh, it's not a one-shot, but we get a two-shot nonetheless. Take no damage from Burnout. That was just right into Agatha. Agatha has the Agatha Lottery. She can poison you, paralyze you, put you to sleep, and confuse you. She leads out with the Gengar. We're going to go for one setup, and then he goes for Nightshade. Not a big deal. Flamethrower. Not a one-shot, so now we knock out the Gengar. And now we have Golbat comes out. Now Golbat actually goes for Haze, which eliminates all of our Badge Boost. So we got to go for Badge Boost again. We get confused. Goes for Haze again. And so we are not set up, and we're in a bad position right now to take on Agatha. So we got to take a reset here. So that's our fourth reset of the game. And now we're going to go for Agility again. And now we get confused. And this is awesome. Now we're put to sleep. And so this could go off the rails again. And it does go off the rails again. So we're going to have to take another reset here. Unless we can just blunt force our way through this entire problem. Flamethrower on the Gengar. Flamethrower on the Golbat. Flamethrower on the Haunter. Flamethrower on the Arbok. We go for one more Agility. Get fully set up. Gengar comes out. Is it a one-shot? It is not. It does miss, so we're getting a little bit lucky here. This battle was 100% luck. We should have lost this battle, but we'll take the win. We'll never apologize for winning. That leads us right into this battle, and this is where I'm going to talk for a little bit. So Gyarados comes out, and Gyarados is a problem. Because he's not so much the problem, it's the fact that Here, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause it because there's a lot to talk about here. First problem we have is Gyarados takes us down around half health. We don't have a way to replenish health right now. We want to finish setting up so we can knock out the last couple Pokemon, but in the process of doing that, we get hit by Dragon Rage twice. So we really don't have the opportunity to miss. But we're going to go for Flamethrower or Hyper Beam, one of the two. Hyper Beam, yep, Hyper Beam on the Dragonair. Hyper Beam on the second Dragonair. Aerodactyl comes out. Hyper Beam does not one-shot Aerodactyl. It does miss, so we get a little bit lucky here. Flamethrower on the Aerodactyl. Now, if we did just not crit. Now, here's the problem. We just leveled up. The way Badge Boosts work in Generation 1, when you Badge Boost, the other stats get modified. That's the glitch. But when you level up, it resets it back to your normal stats. It doesn't keep the modified stats. So initially, when I was doing this, I'm like, oh, that stupid critical hit cost me the battle. No, what cost me the battle was leveling up. And that's the problem. And so you're going to see that we get knocked out here. And I'm going to skip it. The video skips ahead. We have 4 resets at 45 minutes. We're at 22 resets. 22 resets, let me rephrase that. And we have to come back to this battle. We had to go get that rare candy. We had to give it the level up. And level 58. So now we don't level up in the middle of battle. And this battle is complete. This is the first attempt at level 58. It completely goes exactly the way it's supposed to go. If I just would have paid attention to my old playthrough, I could have saved this Pokemon and kept it under probably about 45 minutes and give it like a much more respectable time than what I did. So now, with the setup, everything's set up. Even with Hyper Beam, we're going to get knocked out on the Dragonair. We're going to knock out the second Dragonair. Aerodactyl comes out. We're not going to knock it out, but Flamethrower seems to be a 2-shot. Very good. And now is one Pokemon, which is Dragonite. We do not get the knockout. However, we get a little bit of luck on our side. We get the win. And that's what really irritates me, is we took almost 20 resets to get that done, where all we needed was one rare candy to prevent us from leveling up in the middle of battle. And we almost didn't win that one, but it's just a little bit more oomph, and we get the luck we need to win the battle. But we get the win and move right on to our final battle of the game, which is our rival number 8. Rival number 8 is going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot doesn't have anything great against us, so we're going to go ahead and set up Agility. Agility 1, Agility 2, and Agility 3 fully set up. Flamethrower on the Pidgeot, very good. Knockout, very good. Alakazam comes out. Hyper Beam on the Alakazam, very good. Rhydon comes out. We're going to go for Agility, just so we can get our badge or our stats boosted just a little bit. We get them boosted 2 more times. Flamethrower looks like it's going to be a 2-shot. Rhyhorn gets burned, so we get the knockout on the Rhydon gets burned. Arcanine's a 1. Oh no, it's not a 1-shot. It is a 2-shot with Hyper Beam. We get leered, so our stats go up even more. Flamethrower on the Executor. The only thing we got to worry about here is potentially not hitting, and potentially having misses. Like right here, if he keeps going for attacking moves rather than going for withdrawal, we could lose this battle. But we get the win. We do not want to level up. We do not want to have Sky Attack, but it doesn't matter. We got rid of Flamethrower. There's no more battles in the game. We beat the game at level 60, and we end up getting a time of 55 minutes and 53 seconds. So when you compare that to our last time that we played through this Pokemon, it actually isn't horrible. We did save ourselves over 10 minutes, 11 minutes, and just under 11 minutes and some seconds. So much better time, definitely significantly better. So that's good. However, we could have had such a better time if I just paid attention better to my previous playthrough. Look at the level that I had, 63, and with 6 resets. So that means that was a better level, and we used Fire Blast. Maybe Fire Blast would have been enough to blunt force our way through the battle because it is more powerful than Flamethrower. But that's what happened with this. If we look at this, like I said, 11 minutes, and it could have been a lot more. It could have been probably around 45 minutes if I just paid attention and done a little research before I played. I usually just, set up the game and go play. Maybe I should have gone back and watched this. I think if I did it again, I could probably get a better time. Maybe in the far distant future, we'll do like a live stream and try to see if we can get a better time with this. But let's look at the tier list just real quick. Because looking at the tier list, if you think about it, we would have moved up to not too far. Right now, Moltres is in the sub 70 tier, the E tier. It would have moved them into the sub 60 tier. It's just over 55 minutes. So it would have been right in front of Magmar. And honestly, if I just, like I said, done a little bit of research, I probably could have got this under the sub 55 mark and closer to around like, Dragonite or Primeape or whatever. So significantly does make this Pokemon better. Not every what if scenario does the Pokemon get better. My Butterfree scenario, Butterfree's up there with like Charizard and Gengar. When I did my Gyarados what if, where I changed his type from Water Flying to Water Dragon, didn't affect it at all. It's about how I expected Gyarados to go. Now, we haven't done the water types yet, so we will see. But I've done Gyarados a long time ago. I just know what to expect and where it's going to struggle. And it struggled in exactly the same spots that I anticipated it struggling. And what I thought it would fix problem-wise doesn't get fixed because it creates a brand new problem. That's it. That's my video. We're going to have a video come out on Friday. It's Magaton. So let me know in the comment section down below. Did you like this video? Do you think I could do something different? What's another what if scenario you think I should do? Let me know in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is Poly Wars Wrath. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time.